Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm just going to jump right into the video today. So if you guys like these kind of videos, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, and let's get started. So today's video is a little different because I'm going to sit down and talk to you guys about what is going on while I do my makeup. But if you can tell behind me, it's a mess right now. My whole house is a mess because we have 2 weeks to move. My husband's med board finally went through and he's getting out of the army, so we are done at Fort Stewart and we're moving back to Kentucky. You don't realize how much shit you got until you go to move. Let's just put it that way. I have too much shit, and I even threw away a bunch of stuff. I've donated a lot of clothes because I was going through my clothes this morning, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see how bad my bedroom looks right now. But I was going through my clothes, boxing them up, and I'm like, I don't need to take all these. So I started a donation pile to get rid of a bunch of clothes. And let me tell you, I had a trash bag full that I'm getting rid of. Yeah, life is really crazy. And on top of all this, I'm trying to get some videos out this week. Like filmed, not out. Like I'm not going to post them yet, but I'm going to try to film some so I don't miss a week of videos. But if I do happen to miss a week of videos, that's why. It's because we are in the middle of a move and things are chaotic. And on top of everything going on with the move, I have to study for an interview that I have on the 15th in Kentucky for a medical assistant job that I'm hoping I get. But the problem is, I have not worked as a medical assistant for almost 5 years. I've not even kept up with my certification, so I was actually kind of shocked because I had applied for this job. But I applied for it on a Thursday, and the next Friday they called me, and I was actually kind of shocked that they called and was willing to wait 3 weeks to give me an interview in person because I don't even have my certification. So life is just crazy. Anyways, how have you guys been? I know my life pretty much has been hell, but how's everyone? I hope everyone's having a better time than me right now, as I struggle to find my eye primer. But I figured I'd finally just sit down and do a quick video and talk with you guys. I've never done that actually. Yeah, I've never done that. I'm not a talkative person. I'm not a very social person. I'm socially awkward in person. So. Oh, my fingers are like ice. Oh my gosh. It's so cold. Anyway, so I am 29. I've been a military spouse for the past 8 years. Me and my husband's been together 8 years. We got married when he was in the Army. We met and were stationed at Fort Knox for the first 2 years where I worked Dairy Queen. And yeah, like that's pretty, like that was like me and him spent so much time away from each other that I don't even know how our marriage survived, if we're being honest. Like the day we got married, he left like a day or two later for a whole month. I'm just taking this right here, kind of setting my eye a little bit. But yeah, he left really quickly. Me and him fought like cat and dogs, honestly, the first year of our marriage. I'm surprised I was not 21 and divorced already. I know that sounds really bad, but it's true. But yeah, I worked Dairy Queen when we lived there for like 2 years. And then we got stationed at Carson, which is in Colorado, right outside Colorado Springs. And I did not work there. If we're being honest, I did not find a job right away, so I ended up going to school up there for medical assisting. And I got my associate's degree in medical assisting, so I'm not a CMA, I'm an RMA. I have my degree in medical assisting. I'm a registered medical assistant. Well, I was until I let my certification. If you go to school, don't let your certifications just like end. Keep up with them. I didn't, and I'll explain why here in a second. But went to school for medical assisting. It took me almost 2 years to get it. It was like 18 months or something like that. And right towards the end of my schooling, I found out I was pregnant. in class of all places, someone needed a urine. We were doing urinalysis or something for class, and someone needed someone to pee in a cup. I volunteered, and come find out she was doing a pregnancy test, and I was pregnant. So it's a lovely way to find out you're pregnant, right? Right towards the end of your schooling, and someone's just gonna be like, oh, hey, yeah, you're pregnant. Like, she was really scared to tell me too. Like, she didn't know how to tell me. She had to get the teacher to sit down with me. They, like, sent everyone else out of the class and sat down with me. It was, like, telling me I'm pregnant, and I'm like, I can't be pregnant. No. No, I was. Well, then I started work, like, I interned for this eye doctor. So I didn't actually work as a full medical assistant in a doctor's office. I worked for an eye doctor. And I was learning the back part, but then I ended up getting hired on as a surgery scheduler. And let me tell you, that is the hardest job I think I've ever done in my life, because doctors are actually really hard to work for, especially their schedules. But yeah, working for a doctor, trying to schedule everything for them for their day is actually really hard. And like, on top of being his surgery scheduler, I was still learning the back, how to give eye exams and everything, and how to do basic tests. And I was their receptionist. And I was pregnant. So, my husband ended up getting forced out of the army because I don't remember if it was because of his weight. I was very pregnant, so no one wanted to hire me. I don't blame them at all. Even my old job, like, we moved back to around Fort Knox, Kentucky, and my old job at Dairy Queen didn't even want to hire me. I was pregnant. I looked like a beached whale. But, I did. I was huge. I mean, we honestly thought I was going to have twins. But, yeah, I had a hard time finding a job. So I stayed at home and went crazy, staying at home with nothing to do, while my husband was trying to find work. To shorten that whole story, we ended up almost falling flat on our face. We couldn't make ends meet. We couldn't pay our bills very well, and my husband decided to rejoin the army. Things weren't working out for us being out of the army, so he rejoined. As soon as he rejoined, I got a job offer at a urgent care, but I ended up turning it down because, you know, I had a newborn. I was a new mom. I didn't know what to do. Really didn't have much help. So then we moved down here to Georgia. And as much as I complain about Georgia, I am actually going to kind of miss it. But I didn't work while we lived here either. No, it's not because I'm lazy. It's because I did my bachelor's degree online. It was just more cost effective for me to stay home with our son, because daycares down here are outrageous, and daycares anywhere, honestly, are outrageous. So it was just more cost effective for me to stay home. So me going to this interview is the first time I've interviewed for a job in medical assisting in 4 years. So that was the whole point of the story. I've not worked as a medical assistant in for like ever. I have to study. So on top of all this packing that I'm doing, I'm also trying to study. I hate studying. Like, for someone who has 2 degrees and 4 certificates under her name, I don't like to study at all. Anyways, yeah, that's just like a little bit of information. And yeah, I could have found a job, because I know a lot of people's question me, like, you have a bachelor's degree, why are you going back to working with your associates? And here's why. We're looking to move back to Eastern Kentucky, and while yes, there are jobs in my bachelor's degree, it's just that in the area we're moving to, most of those jobs, they want you to have a master's degree. So I figured I'd work with my medical assisting and do my master's degree online at night. So I'm gonna be a busy girl. No, my eye looks nothing extraordinary today, but again, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to be around my house packing boxes all day. So anyway, so yeah, that is like what's going on. So if I happen to miss a couple videos, that's why. It's because I'm busy as hell and crying deep down inside because I did not want to move yet. Like, as much as I hate Georgia and as much as I complain about it, this has been where we've lived the longest ever in our life. So Georgia has pretty much been our home. And this is also where I have the most memories with our son. This is where we had his first birthday. I mean, we have a ton of memories of going to like Disney World and whatnot. So it's kind of sad that we're leaving, but at the same time, it's going to be nice to be closer to family for a little bit. I'm not saying that we're staying in Kentucky, but for the time being, we're going to be there, so. And if anyone who does not know where Morehead, Kentucky is, you can search up Morehead State University. It's a college town, kind of a small college town, and there's really not much there. You have to really like the outdoors when you live in Eastern Kentucky, because there's nothing there. It's nothing like Central Kentucky, which I'm from Central Kentucky. I lived about an hour and a half south of Louisville, so there's always stuff to do as long as you are willing to drive. And I mean, we can still drive to Louisville and stuff. It's just I don't plan on it right now because of everything going on. We don't plan on traveling much. I'm going to travel down the first couple of days and visit family, but that's pretty much it for that little spill. But we're still looking for a place. We just applied to rent a place, and I'm hoping we get it because it's actually going to be perfect for us for now, for temporary, at least for a year. And yes, it's a mobile home. You guys, you can't pick and choose there. There's not a lot of apartment buildings, and the few that's there, a lot of college kids already claimed. Plus my son needs a yard, so I will take what I can get and be happy. Anything's got to be better than the shithole we've lived in the past 3 years. I'm about to be busy and I don't like it. That's what it boils down to, is I've been busy and I don't like being this busy. So, yeah. But I am trying to get some stuff out. Even if it's like quick makeup tutorials where I don't talk, I just edit them and have some music going. I will try to do my best to get that stuff out, but there's no promises that I will not miss a week. Anyways, so a little bit about me. Obviously, I'm 29. I have 2 college degrees, and I like makeup, obviously. I am actively trying to lose weight. I love to work out, and obviously I love food, but I love to work out, and I love to be outside. The problem is, I gained like 40 pounds this past year. And quick explanation on that. I've not always been this big. I don't like being this big. But I had got on birth control. When we got here, I got something called the Nexaplon, which goes in your arm. And come to find out, I lost a ton of weight. I also lost a ton of hair. Hence the wigs. Part of the reason. And it was making me literally go crazy and get really mean. And if you don't want to hear this part, skip forward a little bit. It's going to be a little bit too much TMI, but it made me bleed really, really bad. It was actually to the point when my husband he did a rotation to South Korea, and me and my son stayed here, obviously. I still had the birth control in my arm, and I had woke up one night. I don't know why I woke up at that time, but I had to pee for sure. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to get up and go. And when I pulled my blankets off of me, there was just a puddle of blood under me. Which is probably honestly what woke me up. But when I went to the bathroom to turn the light on and everything, I left a trail of blood because it was just dripping. And I was so sick, I almost passed out. So when my husband got back, I had to get that thing taken out. And yes, you guys, that is so much information. But when I say, it was like a scene from Carrie. It was so bad. I was so sick that I could barely take care of my son for the rest of the day. Like, it I think I woke up like early morning when that happened. So we got that thing taken out. And then I got put on ortho tricycline, which is like the OG of birth control. And it caused me to blow up like a balloon. Like I gained 40 pounds in less than like 6 months. So then I got off birth control and my face started breaking out really bad. And I kept gaining weight. So I was like, okay, that's not working either. So I asked them to put me on something else. I wanted to get the Mirena, which is the IUD that goes up surgically. They put it in you. But because of COVID, I couldn't get it done. They stuck me on a new pill. I don't know what it is, but it's working so far. It's cleared up my acne really well. Sorry, I can't talk into my eyeliner. Give me 1 second. But anyways, back to my weight. So I have to lose some weight, obviously, because I'm not happy with myself. And it's not that I want to lose weight for anyone else. It's just I want to lose it for my happiness and my health, obviously. Because being overweight is not healthy. And I've noticed that my hips and my back hurts a lot more now that I have this extra weight on me. So it's gotta go. But I'm sorry, you guys. I'm a boring ass person. Like, I don't do much. I read a lot. And I watch a lot of, like, horror movies. I love horror movies. And I love being outside. I love the water, the ocean, lakes, pools, stuff like that. But, I'm a boring person. I'm sorry. There's not much else I can really say about that. But yeah, I love horror movies a lot. A little too much, actually. My son actually likes horror movies too, so it's like totally awesome on that part. I use this to highlight my inner corners and brow bone. But I will sit down and watch horror movies with him. Ones that aren't too scary, that I know is not super scary because he is quite young. Anyways, my kid loves the movie It. Crazy, but he loves it. It scared him at first though when he saw it. But yeah, me and him will sit down and watch horror movies and thrillers. I love a good psychological thriller. Especially books. I hate a romance novel, but I have read some Nicholas Sparks books that I love. Like Safe Haven is one of my favorites by him, but I prefer a good psychological thriller. One of my favorite authors of all time is Karen Slaughter, and if you've never read her books, they're not for a weak of heart. They are very detailed, and some are very disturbing. I mean, obviously, I love psychology. I have a degree in forensic psychology, and I can't wait to finish my master's so I can actually start working in that field. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I read so much that I had to get Kindle Unlimited in which if you really love to read, look into the Kindle Unlimited. It's like $10 a month. And no, obviously it's not sponsored. Nothing on my channel is ever sponsored. I have like 17 subscribers. But, and I love my subscribers very much. And I appreciate you all subscribing to my channel. But, if you read a lot like I do, like in the past year, I've read 300 books. And obviously I cannot afford to go out and just buy that many books. So I did Kindle Unlimited, $10 a month. Super affordable. But, they have such a good selection on books. And most of them are free. Some of them you might have to pay $1 or $2 for, but it's so much better than paying $14, $15 for a book. But I've saved so much money. I've even read whole series of books on there for free. I'm actually reading a new book now by an author called K.L. Slater, and she is another really good author. If you like to read, look into that. It's super good. But yeah, that's pretty much it to know about me. I don't speak any languages. I'd love to do Halloween makeup, and I'm about to actually start practicing on my looks for this Halloween. And if you want to see my looks during Halloween, you can follow me on Instagram, which is linked down below in the description box. I don't know what else to say about me though. That's pretty much it. Yeah, like I said, I'm a boring person, and if you're not catching me playing like The Sims, I do like to play The Sims. Do not judge me for that, please. It's a fun game when you're bored. I've actually played it, like I'm an OG player, like I've played it since The Sims 1 has been out, so since I was like in elementary school, I played The Sims. And I play Kingdom Hearts a lot. Like I actually got my son into playing Kingdom Hearts, and he slays at that game on PS4. But I don't, if you don't catch me with a book in my hand or outside doing a hike or a walk or something, then I'm either watching a movie, playing with my kid, on the phone or something, or playing in makeup. Like, there's just not much to really say. I used to party, but when I had my kid, I kind of cut that out, so I don't really drink anymore either. Not because I think it's bad for you. Obviously, I cut down weight. I do have a drink every once in a while, but I can't stomach it anymore. Ever since I had my kid, it's like the smell of it makes me want to puke. I don't know why. I cook and I bake a lot. I'm actually really good at baking. Not so much at making it look pretty, but I can make really good baked goods. And when me and my husband met, I literally burned spaghetti the first time I ever tried to make it. I did not know how to cook. But over the years, I have self-taught myself how to cook. And I've gotten pretty decent at it. I wouldn't say I'm the best cook ever, but I'm not the worst either. Anyways. Okay, my eye look didn't turn out that bad. I like it. It's pretty. Alright, so I'm going to throw on some lip liner. I just messed up my lip liner. Okay, I don't really want to go too dark, but I'm going to try this one. This is the Lara Los Angeles lipstick in Jaybird, I think. I used to have the one, I think it was Nakey. And we went to Sam's Club, and I had it in my back pocket, and I had to pee. And when I pulled my pants down, it fell into their toilet and flushed it down. So, I no longer have that shade. Definitely way darker than my lip liner, but that's okay. Still a beautiful color. And I'm just going to top it off with a little of this Morphe 2 lip oil. If you guys have not tried this, it's really good. Super hydrating. Alright you guys, so I'm done babbling and doing my makeup, obviously. I told you, I warned you, I'm a boring person, but I really just want to sit down in this video, introduce myself, let you guys get to know me a little bit. Originally, I didn't want to sit down and do that when I started my YouTube channel. I was like, oh, I don't want people knowing nothing about me. But how can you connect with your subscribers if they know nothing about you? So, I figured now, since I had explained, if I miss a couple, like a week or two of videos, which I'm trying to not do, but if I do, I want to sit down and explain to you guys why. Yeah, just tell you a little bit about me, which is honestly not a lot. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great week, and I am going to work my butt off to film a couple more videos so I have weeks ahead of videos. Alright, so I will see you guys next week, and have a great day. Bye.